Welcome to another episode of Read All About It. I'm Reed. Today I'm going to do a short video on how to set up your ball head correctly so that you can scan off of it, shoot off of it, all those things for NRL hunter, PRS, thermal coyote hunting, or just glassing off of it. I see a lot of people not utilizing the ball head the way it was designed, so I wanted to make this tutorial to show you how to set it up so that you can use it effectively and increase your accuracy while shooting off of a tripod. So on most ball heads you have 3 thumb screws as well as the thumb screw for the clamp. So what you want to do is for a right-handed shooter, you want your thumb screw or lever for attaching your ARCA on your left-hand side so you can maintain positive control with your dominant hand on the grip of the rifle. And then you have the friction knob and lock for the pan, so you can't turn it left and right. And then you have your coarse and fine tune for the ball head. So a lot of people just use this knob and are scanning and panning and everything off of the ball head itself versus using the pan and the ball head independent. For me, I use the ball for elevation and to level out the gun, and then I use the pan for panning. So what you want to do is I'll start with it locked. I've got a clear rifle here. This is my NRL hunter rifle. So what I do is I set the rifle in the clamp. Then we're going to clamp the gun in as close to that balance point on the rifle as possible. And then we're going to start by setting our pan. So my pan, what I want that to feel like is I want it to be stiff enough that I can still move it if I input force into the rifle, and I want it to pan smoothly, not jerky. So it takes a little bit of finesse, but you just play with that thumb screw until you get it to where you can move the gun left and right. But if you're to pull that trigger and not have great form or not have your body into the rifle, that the pressure that you're putting into the trigger isn't going to move that rifle left or right. Okay, so that the rifle stays put to pull the trigger. And then, so once you have that set, so you could follow a running coyote, so you can pan left or right to find the next target, all of those things. Then from there, we're going to loosen our course adjustment. See how the ball head can spin left or right. The gun will pan left and right on that. Then I'm going to take this fine adjustment screw on the top, and I'm going to take that down to where it'll hold the gun at an angle, but I can still input force and move it. But my pan is also loose enough so that I'm not spinning the ball head in there. So I can level the gun out left and right and up and down, but I can get in the glass and take a shot, and the force that it takes for me to break the trigger isn't enough force to move the rifle. Now I'm not going to do that on camera here to break the trigger, but that's how you should set it up. So this being a 10-pound rifle, I don't need it to be as tight. I've got my PRS rifle here, which is about 19 pounds. And if I start that on an angle, see how that wants to fall away? So I need that to be tighter as well. And that's why you always have your hand on the gun too, to make sure that you've got positive control of that gun. So I want to tighten that up to where it'll hold the gun. If I'm shooting at elevation, it'll hold the gun in that position, but I can still pan left or right, and I could break a shot without moving that gun off target, even if I'm free recoiling. Free recoiling being not having my gun or my shoulder into the gun and just actuating the trigger. And then same thing for glass. You know, if you're spotting impacts on a course of fire and you've got multiple targets that you've got to scan and watch, see, that's pretty jerky, not smooth, but I can force the optic, but I want it loose enough so that it'll maintain its position, but I can scan vertically, level out the optic, all those things, and pan left or right and stay on target. I think that'll help you be more accurate, more steady. It'll allow you to thermal hunt and use your weapon as your primary scanning source. If you haven't invested in a handheld scanner, a lot more comfortably and consistently, and take better shots all across the board, whether it's a moving target, stationary target, and get more hits. I hope that helped you guys. If it did, drop down in the comments, let me know. If you do something different, explain that in the comments. But stay tuned. We'll be putting out some more tutorials, some match recaps, things like that. I've switched up some more of my NRL hunter gear. I'll make a video on that here shortly to tell you guys what I like and don't like about what I did last year. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, share, all those good things, and we'll see you on the next one.